Hey everyone, welcome to another top 10 list. This week's top 10 list is a group of notes that I made out pretty good. I tend to be a pretty good bargain hunter, and I'm not going to say these are my total top 10 best buys, but these are top 10 pretty good buys that I had. It was interesting going through trying to see which notes that I had done the best on versus what their actual value is. And it's not necessarily just all kinds of big name notes. Some of them are a little lesser notes that I still managed to eke out quite a decent profit on. I know it's not profit until I actually sell them, but still, I pulled out 10 notes. So we're going to call these my top 10 favorite price gainers. Number 10. This note was ungraded when I purchased it, and it was at a shop, and the owner wasn't sure if it was a real error or not. And he didn't know how he felt about it. I didn't know about how I felt about it, but I said to him, I'm willing to risk like $40 on the note. And he said, here, it's yours. You know more about currency than I do. So I got the note and I sent it in for grading with some stuff, and it came back as a genuine insufficient inking error. It has no seal, no serial number, and it's even missing a signature. The signature portion is what made me scratch my head. The rest of the note's pretty good. It does has insufficient inking of overprint, and it does say minor rust. I don't care. This particular note is anywhere from the $150 to $400 range, and with me picking it up for $40, that means I'm up somewhere in the neighborhood of $100 to $300 on this particular note. So that one is number 10. Number 9. I have told the story of my Black Eagle many times. Somebody put an ad in the paper saying that their company was going to buy your collectibles. Just bring them to this particular hotel room because they rented out the ballroom, and they'd make cash offers on the spot. So I brought some stuff in, and I knew that I knew my stuff. They knew I knew my stuff, so they didn't make an offer on any of it. But I turned the tables and asked them, did you find anything? And they said, yeah, we found this note here, ungraded. And I said, what do you want for it? He says, well, we paid 60, so if you give us 65, we show a profit, and that's all we want to do. I said, okay, done. I gave him $80, and he gave me 5 Red Seal $2 bills as part of the change. I then sent this note in for grading, and you can see it came back 30 EPQ. And in this condition, this particular note books out at roughly, $250 in this condition. So my $65 investment is plus 185. So that was pretty good. That one's number 9. Number 8. This one somebody must have just missed. This was an eBay auction purchase. I've had this one for a while. It's a 50-cent 4th issue fractional, and it's in grade, it's a 35 EPQ. You can see it's Lincoln on there. Beautiful note, really cool note. There's the back of it. And an EPQ on one of these, that's a great little tag on there. This particular note, I want to say I paid about $85 for it at the auction. And when I looked it up, it books out at about $400 in this grade. So this one was about a $315 gainer for me. So that one is number 8. Number 7. Another note that I bought raw. This one was also at the coin shop closest to my house, and I went digging through his box of currency because that's how people treat currency. And he had this note in raw state, and he didn't like the condition. He didn't think the condition was very good. He was talking about all the creases, the dirt. He was not upselling this note at all. You can see the top border is cut funny. So he didn't have it priced too high at all. I think I ended up walking out with this note for about $340. And I sent this in for grading. Came back as a 20. And in the current book, a grade 20 brownback from Decatur. This particular note is roughly $950. So I am up $610 on this particular note. So another good steal for me. That one is number 7. Number 6, more recent purchase for me. I have the counterfeit of this note, and I knew that Having the real version to go side by side with the counterfeit would be very cool. So I started looking around for this one. This is a Type 31 1861 Confederate States of America $5 note. And you can see it's graded 12 apparent. It's cross-cut canceled. So it does have the cut marks in it. And you can kind of see him over here. Nothing on the back. But yeah, graded 12. It's interesting because if you look at the back, you can see that it's been well handled. It's even got a little bit of a stain over here. And with the cross-cut cancellation like that, it's still grading a 12 apparent. So that's interesting to know that a note in this condition still grades out at a 12. I paid $175 for this note, and according to the book, a grade 12 books out at around $900. So that's a, let's see, what would that be? That's a $725 increase for me. That one is number 6. Number 5, one of my big boys. Yep. This is my 1865 Lazy Deuce, one of the original series notes, not the 1875 version, but the original series. That's pretty cool to have a Lazy Deuce from the original series. There's no charter number on here because that wasn't put on until we get to the 1875 series. You can see the serial number, and this is the serial number here. This is the number from that particular bank, the American National Bank of Providence, Rhode Island. $2 Lazy Deuce. Check out the back of that one. Does says repaired, overprint, redrawn. I don't care. I have a Lazy Deuce. This one I actually paid big bucks for. I paid, where is it? I paid $1,650 for this note. $1,650. Even with that price tag, a grade 8 books out at $2,500, which means I'm up about $850 on this particular note. So even forking out $1,650, it was still a bargain. That one's number 5. Number 4, from 1928. It is the first year small size $50 note, and it's a star. It has, of course, the redeemable in gold obligation on there, but you can see here, series of 1928. You can see this big solid stars on here. That's just so cool like that. But you know it's a 1928 without me trying to zoom in on that because it has the numeral instead of the letter. Fairly low number, 00003153. This one also was an auction steal. Yes, it's got creases this way and that way. You can see there's a little bit of damage here, a little bit of damage up top. That's the back of the note there. A little bit of mess on there, but that's all right. Anyway, at auction, I got this note for $320. And in a grade 20, I don't know if this one's going to grade 20, but it's probably in the 15 range. A grade 20 is going to put this at $1,250, making me plus $930 at that particular point. Probably not the full $930, but anyway, that's the numbers that you get from looking this one up. That one is number 4. Number 3, my 1899 Chief note, $5 silver certificate featuring the Chief. Chief running antelope on there. Now, when I saw this note, I bought this note raw, and it had these stains on it, and the guy was like, yeah, it's stained. The image is good, but it's stained, so I'm not asking a lot of money for it. I got this for $325, I want to say, and I sent this off to be graded, and it came back with that stunning grade of 30, no net, but it does have the mark stained on the back. And, so overall, you can see that. You can see the stains. So what? The rest of the note is beautiful. Just beautiful note. This, like I said, $325 is what I have in it, and in a grade 30, the book says that would be roughly $1,750, which means I'm up about $1,350 on the or $1,250 on this note. Is that right? Yeah, about $1,250. So that was pretty good. Did I do my math right on that? Probably not. Let's see. $1,325. No, I did my math wrong. $325 is what I paid. $1,750 is the book. That would be a profit of $1,425 because I can't add. Anyway, that one is number 3. Number 2. Another eBay purchase, another note that I purchased raw. This particular note, I wasn't sure if it was real, but I wanted to get one. It, of course, is the Morgan back. And the Morgan back, I saw this one. You can see it says piece added, seal faded. And there is the piece that was added. That's just kind of cool. And of course, on the front, the seal is faded. Now, when I bought this, I wasn't sure if it was real, so I was a little freaked out, but I still forked out over $700. When it came back graded, it got a net, yes, but it's real. And even a net graded 15, you're still talking a note that's worth about $2,000. That puts me at a plus 1,300 for that little risk. So that one is number 2. And finally, number 1, still ungraded on this note. I bought this at a dealer in Illinois, and he had 3 of them, and I picked this one because it was the cheapest one. I should have picked the one he had that was the most expensive, because all of them were priced at, within $100 or $200 apart. I got this note right there, $1,675. That's what I paid. Actually, I think he said make it $1,600. Yes, it's got some rust stains on there, but it's still a $1,000 bill from 1934A. So yeah, $1,600 invested, and if you check the book, we're talking in the book always lists grade 40, and that's at like 4,800. So in a grade 20, you're talking about 3,200 for this particular note. If I've got 1,600 in it and it's worth 3,200, that's a plus 1,600 on this note. So those are my top 10 gainers that I've got, or best deals, I guess. Top 10 best deals that I made. If you learned anything new, go ahead and hit that like button. If you like what you see and you want to see more, please subscribe. Love reading all your comments. Guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.